after removing the rotor, you're meant to wash all this, any of the brake parts. So I use a jet blaster, then some brake cleaner. Okay, what you want to do, this is a caliper, what you want to do is push in these, just makes it a lot more easier installing them later on. Now, you got to compress the piston in before you do anything else, so you use a vise and put it in there, slowly rotate it and it'll press the piston back in. Don't go too quick, just nice and slow. You won't do any damage, but you know, I know I said don't let them hang, but just so I can get the video going. Next is putting the rotor on. Obviously you just put it on, line it up with the hole. Next you want to start putting on the brakes. First you want to put on the bracket. Okay, you put your two brakes in. Put your two brakes in, and then you in your caliper, and then just slide them in, and they go in like that. Then after that, you put the two Allen keys back in, two Allen key bolts. One on each. One on top, one down the bottom. Use the extension to tighten them up nice and tight. Not too tight, because you're going to have difficulty taking them off. Just a little tighter than what you can do them normally. Bottom one as well. Okay. Now two little cups that you put on. One there and there. And then you put your sensor back on. Now sliding the sensors back in easy. Just push it in. Like that. And you attach this, not to that, to this. Up here, you push it back in. Don't know if that's in, give it a little bit more of a wiggle. There we go. So this last little section is a bit tricky. You'll need two hands. You got to put this bracket back in, but it's a bit difficult. And what you need to do is put it in the right way. Push it on one side, and then the other. And then what you need to do is, with all your might, push down here and use this screwdriver to push it in. So you pull that out a bit, push it down with your finger, push it more down. It's lined up, that's in, and then you're done. You screw the wheel back on, you put the wheel back on, tighten the bolts very lightly right around, and then lower it, tighten them more, lower it some more, tighten them more, and then very lightly, you can use brake cleaner again on the rotor after you've washed the surface off them, because it comes with a oily surface to protect it from rusting. So what you need to do is wash the rotor down first, and then use brake cleaner once you're done, because you're going to get oil and grease all over the rotor surface anyways. And then you're done. See, it's the rotor's put on slightly crooked, but when you put the bolts on, it'll flatten it and it'll make it all straight. Wheels on nice and tight now, all evenly, slowly it straightens out the rotor. How before it was gripping up on a certain section, that means the rotor wasn't straight. Now, spin the wheel, doesn't grip up at all.